Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm Will, and I got my co-host over here, the Greeze. Say hello, El Champion.
Hello.
Greeze.
Yeah, baby. We did it. We really did it. Dadgummit. Will, what was the most surprising thing?
I will say what the least surprising thing was.
Right.
The least surprising thing was Greeze winning the Matt Madness Championship on a gamble.
Right.
Like when gambling gets involved, it suddenly becomes a sure thing for the Greeze. And the way that Matt Madness finals ended was that Matt did a little Final Jeopardy style. He said for this final question, you have to guess the proof of sample B, but you have to wager a percentage of your points. And
it was before we knew how many points we had.
Right.
Like I kept up with it a little bit in my head.
Yeah. And so it went to...
No, wait. I don't think we calculated the points yet. We hadn't.
So you didn't know?
I didn't know.
I've
been telling the story.
Oh, no, you definitely did not know.
Right. I definitely did not know, but I felt like the tasting round, I messed myself up. So that's why I thought he was ahead. I just got my facts wrong.
So anyhow, it gets to it and it goes down to a wager and it gets up there and you're down by 1 point going into the final category round. Right. Now, Matt actually gave the two of you and Kyle, a large out. Like when he was saying, here's the way I'm going to do the final question. But if you don't want to do that, if you just want to go with the points, you can stick with it. And he said that several times. He's like, or you can wager 0% if you're not confident, or you two can agree right now to just accept the points as they lie. We'll calculate them up. And you, to your credit, Riverboat Gambler over here, said, ball's in your court, Kyle. You get to pick.
All right. Number one, Kyle put up a hell of a fight. He was amazing. He was killer. He brought it. He did amazing. Yes, I won in the greasiest way ever, but you know what? That's on brand. I don't give a rat's booty.
So,
but
you won. You did a little bit of a media tour. As a matter of fact, Whiskey Nose is on here right now. You went on his show on Friday. Everyone should go check out his channel, Whiskey Nose, on YouTube.
Is that a play on words?
It is, because it's
a body part.
KNOWS, like knowledge,
right?
But his logo has a nose in it, like nosing whiskey. So yeah, it's a clever pun. It's kind of like the podcast. It's a pun.
See, I thought that was an ear.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a nose.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was an ear.
Well,
but it makes more sense that it makes more sense that it's a nose.
But go check that out because Greeze was on there. You were also on with Drums and Dram. Cam, is that Cam on Drums and Dram?
Have you ever thought?
I'm asking you a question.
I know, but you went away from what I wanted to talk about. Have you ever confused an ear with a nose? Like, have you ever nibbled on a nose?
I mean, everyone's dabbled with nose,
right?
Yeah.
You just got to see where you're headed.
So Cam is Drums and Dram, right? I'm asking for confirmation.
Yeah, Cameron.
Yes.
Well, I mean, some people call him Cam.
Yeah. So you were on that channel as
but
well.
I love his Christian name. Is that how you say that?
Sure. And then I'll be on with Whiskey Nose a week from Sunday, August 1st. It's August 1st.
I'm literally going to have popcorn for that. I want to see it. I loved my time with Whiskey Nose.
Yeah, it was great. It was
and I loved my time with Cameron.
Yep.
Cameron and I talked about a lot of the psychology of that last round.
Here's the psychology. Grease goes into a gamble and he's going to definitely go for it.
There was a lot of things to weigh, is all I'm going to say. Hey, if you're watching, by the way, thumbs up, subscribe, and share us with your friends. Because we're just getting started. We have I feel like we're prepared.
Yeah, no. We're going to talk about tonight some top daily drinkers. Now, daily drinkers is a category for me that is fluid because I go through phases. And so, but one thing is certain about me, and that's when I get hooked on kind of a daily drinker, I really start to attach on it and I drink a lot of the bottles if I have a lot of the bottles, or I just drink the one I have and go for it. But so we're going to break it down into what's our top current daily drinkers, both bourbon and rye for each of us. Just let everybody know where we're at, and go ahead if you're watching or watching this later. Go ahead and put down in the chat what your favorite bourbons and rye daily drinkers are as well.
I actually asked that in the subscription.
Yeah, go ahead and put that in the subscription.
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to get the subscription so you see where I said that question.
So go ahead and put those in there, and we'll go ahead and get started. Greeze, do you have your current? Do you want to start off since you're the champ?
Well, I had it.
I love how he was like, we're actually prepared tonight, and now he's like, I don't have them picked out.
Well, no, I do. I have my bourbon right here because I pre-planned.
Okay,
but then I thought I had the rye down here. Yeah. For sure. I thought I had my rye down here.
Okay,
and I don't. I'm gonna have to pick something else.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, I'm gonna figure that out.
The good sign is that your daily drinker rye is upstairs where it's more accessible, where you would be daily.
Yeah, like drinking. It's on brand, bro.
Right? No, I know that's the whole.
I mean,
point.
I don't want to share it.
Okay,
I think I know where one is. Keep going.
Do you want me to start with bourbon, or do you want to start with bourbon?
Yes, I have it.
I'm asking. What do you want to start, or do you want to?
Right. Do you want me to what?
Start.
Yes, I want to start.
Go for it.
What am I starting? Is it a bourbon or a rye? Did we decide what round it is, or we just?
I said, do you want to go ahead with your favorite bourbon, your daily drinker bourbon?
I should start with bourbon because I poured it.
Yeah,
it's my daily bourbon.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, my daily drinker is now stored in my decanter. And
can people get those?
Not yet.
They will be soon.
And
thepodcast.com/store. Also,
we have a really awesome giveaway coming. Kind of big time.
Uh-huh.
I can't say everything, but next Monday, we are having a big super chat marathon giveaway.
Oh, we are.
Big old package.
Was I read in on that?
Were you what?
Did I know about that?
Maybe not.
Okay, we'll find out.
But
we'll talk offline later.
I'm just going to go ahead and say, part of the giveaway
is
this decanter.
Oh.
Not necessarily this specific one.
Right, that one says the Greeze on it. So
it will come empty, but maybe there's a gift or something.
Who's to say? Greeze, what is now?
And a lot more, by the way. And
now that you derailed, what is your daily drinker bourbon that's in that decanter? Because you showed it off to the folks watching on YouTube, but you didn't say what it is. All that is a decanter that says the podcast and the Greeze on it.
I'm going to talk about it, but I planned for it.
And you don't have the bottle.
But it's right there in that trash can. If you can just go right out there.
I mean, you can just say.
I'm going to need you to get the bottle. I like the bottle. I actually want to talk about the bottle. I pre-planned. Okay, so here's the deal. While Will's gone, I need y'all to throw me some daggum cuss face emojis in the chat. Okay? We ain't using this for the podcast right now. Okay, so this is just for you YouTubes, okay? We need some cuss faces in there. And then we also need to know what your daily drink is.
I also don't like you for
but comment on it.
For creating edit points.
Well, no. You think you were gonna leave that in on the main podcast?
If you just talked and it was good, yeah. But instead you specifically said,
when have I ever had you just talk, it could be deleted? Go ahead.
So this is Cody Breeding. He says, today's daily drinker is some regular old Buffalo Trace. I also went to Georgia a few weeks ago, and it's a little easier to get. Otherwise, probably Rebel Yell 100 or Wild Turkey 101. Both good, very good.
Those are, here's the deal,
picks for daily drinkers.
Yeah.
Are you going to reveal yours? You just going to hang out?
I am going to.
Now that I went and did your dirty work.
My daily drinker is Old Granddad 114.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like Old Granddad 114. I love the high rye Old Granddad. I like Old Granddad Bottle and Bond too, but that's a really good pick. It's higher in proof.
Yeah.
But it drinks great, and
and you know who that is right there on the, you know who that statue is.
Basil Houghton.
Right.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves that.
Yeah.
I love that dark rye. No, I love this bottle. It's kingly without like kingly stuff. You know what I mean? Like ribbons and crowns and stuff. Yep. But it's got the wax emblem there. It's really awesome. It looks older. Like if you see this on the shelf, I would question if it's a Dusty.
Yeah, they haven't updated the bottle. As a matter of fact, they're using that shape of bottle for like the old Overholt 11-year rye that was the limited release in PA.
Yep.
So yeah, they're using those in there. I like it. I like the bottle.
Yeah. Now here's my thing is for $30 retail. Okay, this is why it's a daily drinker to me. $30 is not necessarily your 15. You know what I mean? Or your 20, 25. It's higher. It's a little bit higher. But I'm okay with that because I'm getting 114 proof. Yeah. And I think one of the better character bourbons out there consistently for $30 or less.
See, I think a $30 or less is a really affordable bourbon, especially in this day and age. Like you saying,
I agree with that.
Almost elevating,
especially at that proof.
Yeah,
especially at that.
Kevin Hasselwander, our podcast historian, he said his daily drinkers Evan Williams 1783 and Old Tub, which is $17 there in Pennsylvania. So
if this was a daily drinker on in a pinch or on a budget,
yeah.
1783 is 1,000%.
Yeah, and that's the thing is it's one of my favorites and I love it, but it's not a daily drinker for me. Like daily drinker, the concept, I mean, even if you don't drink it daily, but it's a go-to. It's when you just want to pour without thinking, you go in and you pour the bottle. And I say go in because I'm going into the podcast studio. Like you go to where your liquor is.
Right.
Grab the bottle and just pour it and don't think about like, what am I going to have? It's just, it's an old standby. You know that you're going to be satisfied with it and you're going to go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. When I say daily drinker, I don't drink daily.
That is not accurate.
Well, I don't
that
drink.
Is the least accurate thing you've said.
I don't drink like daily.
Your days off are the exception, not the rule.
Well,
yes. Yes. All right.
Here's the deal. I just like, a good old fashioned Southern nightcap.
So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with my rye first. I'm going to switch it up. I'm not going to go bourbon first because.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
What 114 proof bourbon out there is $30 or less?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it exists. For sure it exists, but you can't think of one easily. Not at all.
Add 114.
Right. Anyway, Beam, good on you.
Yeah. You got to stop.
I know.
Pounding it.
Remember? Yeah. Well, okay. Pump the brakes, old man.
All right, I'm about to mute you because it's my turn.
That's a solid innuendo. Listen,
it's my turn.
Remember when I said this was Heaven Hill? That was great. What episode was that?
All right. So my favorite daily drinker rye, I'm actually going to throw out here now because I have really good taste, much like Kate Kettner. And her daily drinker recently has been Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye. And that is exactly what I brought here. This is a pick we did, but I love all the Single Barrel Rye. Was it 94 proof? Delicious. This one specifically tastes like honey. This is the Big Rybowski. It's got one of those stickers on the side, but this one we did with Fairview. This one we actually got to go to the distillery and had a really good time with. But Kate has good taste. I've always said she has good taste, except for that one mistake she made marrying Chris. But not everyone is perfect. Some people are close to perfect, not exactly perfect. But but she has a perfect taste in whiskey. My rye pick is Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye. A store pick if you can get it, but if not, they have just the Single Barrel Rye in that decanter bottle on the shelf. It's delicious, not too pricey. I think it's a good pick. So that's my rye.
Right. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Your rye, I feel, is better than my rye.
Typically.
And I actually have an asterisk on my rye because this is not, number one, it's a single barrel, and it's only my daily drinker right now because I landed 6 of them.
Okay. Oh.
Yes. And when I say landed, I mean, as soon as someone found out how good this stuff was, it was a done deal.
I have a feeling your daily drinker rye is what I almost brought, but there was an asterisk, and I'll give my asterisk if you reveal your rye, and it's the same. Oh, no, it's not. This is a High West double rye pick, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
What is who picked this, and what are we looking at here?
Fairview.
Another Fairview pick.
Yeah.
So our buddy Don.
You and I both picked a Fairview pick.
Well, because there's really good picks going through Fairview.
You know, we've talked a lot about Red Dog and Elixir recently. So I'm actually glad that we
giving some love to Don.
We double tag teamed that. Stop. Fairview. Don, we love you. You pick really great stuff. This double rye. This is a double rye single barrel.
I love the iridescent bottle that.
Yeah. And so this is exclusive. Well, I don't know if it's exclusive because Grease Facts, but this bottle right here, you can only, I think you could only get this in the gift, like this style of bottle back in the day at the gift shop, but now they're just doing it for their single barrels, like stuff that they're doing, which it's really cool. It looks awesome. And then I don't know if you see this on the bottom, but it's kind of like a dip in the. It's
got that thick glass with like the bubbles in it.
Yeah, but it looks like an ocean or something, even though it's in Utah. I don't even know why are they saying an ocean right there? Why are they giving you that?
I don't know.
Life's a beach. No, but it's super good.
Gotta stop.
I know. I love it. This was finished in Syrah barrels.
Yeah,
for 9 additional months.
Delicious.
It is so good. It's a little over 102 proof, and it's a single barrel. I think they had mid 200s of these available as far as the bottles out of that barrel. So really, really good, solid yield, and it allowed me to get 6 of them. So Don, thank you, sir.
Before I go to my bourbon, I do want to say my asterisk on rye was I have had a lot, and I keep it in a decanter now. That decanter, as a matter of fact, the Staves and Grain rye pick. Because I'm obsessed with it. It's delicious, but I thought since we talk about it a lot, I would not use that.
That's why I didn't use it.
Exactly.
Because I have just as many of those.
Right. But when you said I have 6 of them, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is good because it's still out there.
Right. Yeah. You thought no, that makes sense.
But this is a good question before I move on. Where to go? This is from.
Do you want to hear the last time I got upset?
Was it literally right now?
No, it was earlier.
Okay, this is from Kenny Killingsworth, which is a heck of a name. I'm new to rye. What would be a good one to try? I would say that Russell's Reserve rye that we tried. Solid. It's a 6-year rye, $40. I mean, it's a little bit on the pricier side. Good. Rendezvous rye, 100 proof Heaven Hill product. It's a lower rye content.
Rendezvous is not a Heaven Hill product.
Rittenhouse is what I meant to say.
You meant to say Rittenhouse.
I said Rendezvous, but I meant to say Rittenhouse. It's a Heaven Hill product.
Rye, the best rye that you're always going to find on the shelf.
It's about $30 for that Rendezvous.
Pikesville.
Same family.
Really good. Same daggum family. What's the proof? 110
proof.
I thought it was 114 in my head.
No, it's 110. So I would say those are some good options.
That also, Pikesville's a little pricey. They've actually gone up on it.
Jack Daniel's single barrel, like we were talking about earlier. You can find it. It's got pretty presentation. I'll show it over here. It's in this decanter. It's good. It tastes a little bit different than a traditional rye because it's Tennessee rye, but also all good options to try. But I'm going to go to my bourbon pick.
I'm going to say, so for my rye earlier, I just want to say the normal double rye offering is everywhere. And it is
about $30.
And it is good.
I like it a lot.
I don't love that.
It's not your favorite, but I do like it quite well.
But the finished one, and I'm not a huge finished guy. Freaking great.
Dustin P, thanks for the super chat, buddy. He did an Eagle Rare flight with 3 store picks and a regular version, kind of like we did on Blue Collar.
Yeah.
And he said special forces pick for the win tonight in our Eagle Rare flight. So cheers to that. Makes me happy.
Cheers to Chuck.
We need to say happy birthday to Andrew West, our buddy Andrew West.
Is it today?
It's his birthday.
I haven't been on socials much, I don't think. Oh, I know I have because I fought with Casey about a grill.
Cool.
Or at least I poked the fire with it.
Yep. And it's his 40th birthday as well. So we need to do a cheers to him.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Andrew.
Do I have anything?
Actually,
where's that?
That's
Pappy
not
40?
Our cheers yet. That's not our cheers yet. We'll do something later.
Pappy, where's that Pappy 40 at?
I don't know. Oh, we're saving that for the wheel.
No, I thought we were going to cheers that with.
Oh, Univ Poke says, isn't Old Overholt better than Rittenhouse? Or no? I say no. The Old Overholt bottled in bond, we were not big fans of. We need to revisit it maybe.
Oh, yeah,
but
we do.
I thought it was very yeasty. It tasted very yeasty. Like bread.
Like bread?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that. No,
it was not my favorite.
But
a lot of people love it. A lot of people. I like the 11-year Old Overholt, but that was tasty. A Pennsylvania.
You blinded me on that, and I had no idea.
Okay, so my bourbon, that's my daily drinker. This is something I've really been into lately.
Right.
I've been pouring it a lot, and this is a higher proof, much like your bourbon was a higher proof. Yours is only 1 proof point higher than mine. Mine is the Rebel Distillers Collection, 113 proof. These are the single barrels. Love them. I'm a big fan. This one's actually a Lincoln Road package store. This was number 4. He did 4 barrels of it. Jamie Ferris did. So I had 1 of each, and I've gotten a couple others from other places. They're becoming pretty easy to find. Not easy to find, but they're becoming more prevalent. You'll find them. Stores are doing the picks. I really want to do a barrel of this because I love it. It's a wheated bourbon, 113 proof, and distilled and aged in Kentucky for Lux Row Distillers, Bardstown, Kentucky. So big fan of that. I would say that's a good choice for a daily drinker.
Lana, if you're watching, Lana,
get
Don,
somebody,
Tarek,
get it.
Let's do it. Let's do a pick. Let's go.
It's delicious. I think Owen and I are big fans of this. We talk about it a lot, but it's just good whiskey for the money too. It's about like $45.
I don't know if I've had this Lincoln Road.
Well, you've had one. You have not had this one. This is the 4th barrel.
How do you feel about it?
I think it's great.
Do you think it came in 4th place?
No, I think he just picked. That was the order they came in. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm sorry.
Okay, so however they came in, what if they all came in on the same truck?
They didn't, because they were in different shipments. So, also I'm drinking out of this. I'm drinking out of this Podcask Kinsey glass. So I've been drinking out of these because I like the like drinking out of rocks glasses and stuff a lot lately. These are pretty cool because they're a little bit wider than the Glencairn, so they're a little bit thicker glass, so they feel pretty cool. I've been drinking out of this a lot lately, and we've got them up at the store at thepodcast.com/store. Check it out if you want to get a Podcask branded Kinsey. They're available for sale, so check that out. And not only
our bourbon
us,
bags are coming to the store too.
Not only helps us, but helps out Melissa, who is awesome, stay-at-home mom who has an awesome small business and does a really great job helping us with our merch and making our merch. So,
and you know what? I want to tell some people this. If you guys have, your own, if you have a name for your bar, or if you have a small group of friends that y'all call, some sort of club name or something like that, or if you've got a neighborhood whiskey club that you do, Melissa does like small orders. Like you can get 1 hat made.
Yeah, right.
Like she can do 1 hat.
Yeah.
With a leather patch and your logo and all that other stuff.
We want you to support her, not just by buying our merch. Like if you want to buy our merch, we'd love it. And it helps us and supports the show. But also, like he was saying, if you've got a local whiskey club, just reach out to her. You can actually email her info@thepodcast.com. That's an email address that goes straight to her.
Yep.
And just say, hey, heard about you on the show. My local whiskey club, we like the leather patch hats. Is that something we could do? And she'll do a run of it, and she does it for a great price. And you're also helping out a small business. So check that out as well.
But if you need to buy 1,000 hats, like that's better.
Casey Bright with the 1999 super chat says Greeze wears a dress after he plugs his plug-in grill. There we go. I love it.
How was my tri-tip I made?
Whiskey Nose says, Will, what's the proof? This is 113.
Yeah.
56.5 proof.
It was pretty astringent on the nose first go at it. It almost choked. It almost coughed me.
It almost coughed you.
It almost coughed me.
Well,
you should have seen it, Will. It came from down here in this little glass right here and sauntered on up through my nostrils. Have you ever nibbled on a nose?
I hate you tonight. We had a good run. Where I wasn't
have a good run. Oh my gosh, but we had a great run.
What do you think of that? Did you taste it?
I did. There is no way I would say that was Rebel Yell.
You don't like it?
No way. No, I love it. There's way too much character and you know what I mean? My perception.
Sure.
Like Rebel 100, great release. But prior to that, I downed a whole 750 of a regular Rebel Yell. I don't even know what it's called. What's it called? Rebel Yell 90 or light? No, it's
now
80.
It's just called Rebel.
Isn't it 80?
Yeah, proof? It's 80 proof. It's just called Rebel.
Yeah, I had a 750 of the 80 proof, and I thought it was, I'd seen a shark earlier and caught a shark earlier, and then we got in a storm, and I just thought it was all going to happen, so I finished it off.
Yeah,
it didn't end well, but it was fun in the moment.
Yeah.
But I've never thought of Rebel Yell as something with a lot of complexity or character. Now I understand Jamie Ferris picked this.
Stop it with the banging, man.
Sorry. I understand that Jamie Ferris picked that.
Yes.
And he is he has an incredible palate. He's done a ton of picks with Dixon, Deadman. I think I've got all of them. They're called the Birthday Boys.
I've had non-Jamie Ferris picked Rebel, and it's delicious. And also, so it's not just those barrels. Also, David Base, I'm going to say, said Rebel Distiller picks have had at least 5 different picks. Delicious. Haven't had a bad one. Great. And usually $35 to $40.
Yeah.
So I concur, Doctor, with that.
Yeah. And if you people on our podcast, there's a chunk of you. If y'all are hearing this and want to actually watch us, come to youtube.com/thepodcast.
Yeah.
We would love to have you. We're actually reading off chats of people just chatting us during the whole show.
So
and we love it.
Those are
be a part of the content.
Current Bourbon and Rye daily drinkers. That's something we can update as we go. But I have some other content I want to get to tonight, Grease. And we're going to lead off with this. So our buddy Ty Gallenbeck, the magician, says, lying through his teeth, he didn't catch a shark until Whiskey Weekend Batch 3 when Ty threw a shark from the stage, a plastic one that had an incredible magic moment in it.
People thought I was in on it. Zero chance.
Grease.
Literally
secret.
No, zero chance. Ty trusts me to be in on it.
But speaking of Ty,
let my entire night rest on Grease's shoulders of putting some unknown number inside of a shark that I have to cut it out. Didn't happen, people.
Speaking of Ty, he sent us some cool samples back in November, and Ty thought they had disappeared, but they hadn't.
Oh, I thought they were the I thought he was talking about the old fashioned.
No, it was that as well as samples.
Oh, but we didn't talk about the samples.
Right. Yeah, you didn't read the whole message. But so I had them when we got them. It was right around Christmas. We were doing a lot of stuff remote because it was the winter season. We had work was kind of closed down for a little bit, as a lot of people had. So we were doing a lot of stuff remote. But I had these samples at my home in the podcast studio, and now we've been over here.
Are y'all about to do a magic trick?
And I have a note.
What is this?
That says Will and Greeze on it.
Am I about to pee my pants?
No, the magic is that he sent us whiskey samples, and they're Colorado samples. So I'm going to read this to you.
Oh my gosh. I legit thought you were about to do a trick right here, right now.
I'm aware.
You colluded with Ty and you were about to do a daggum trick. And with those samples, he sent me in it. Because when he sends somebody else, every time I've seen him,
and in this sample is pour. Oh my gosh, it's a Fairview pick,
right? Yeah,
blew your mind.
And then he's like, take this bottle of wine, and then all of a sudden it's got a card in it.
if I knew how to do that and ended up the night and at the end I go, oh, and by the way, catch this bottle.
Oh my gosh.
And it had something. Oh, that'd be amazing.
But that bottle's already open. The thing was.
Well, I mean, you understand my point. I'm not as good as Ty. So my bottle has to be open and show you obviously how I lost.
Not many people.
All right. So this comes from Ty. I'm going to read the letter.
How did Natalie hold that card up in that photo?
Focus.
I know, but
stop.
I can't.
Stop.
It's too good.
Merry Christmas, Will and Greeze. It's a good way to start. Christmas in July. Hope you both enjoy the barrel-aged old fashioned, which we loved and talked about. This year's release is made up of Wild Turkey 101 rye blended with a selection of aromatic bitters, orange bitters, homemade citrus, and vanilla simple syrup. I should have read that when we had the old fashioned, but the problem is I thought it was supposed to be blind, but now I realize it isn't necessarily. So he goes, I'm included 3. By the way, Ty makes his Christmas gifts. What he's talking about is he's done 2 releases now, a barrel aged old fashioned, and it's always incredible, but it's also super dangerous because you can accidentally get pretty drunk on them. Around the holidays.
That show.
All right, so it says, all right, so I've included 3 samples. Consider it a taste of Western Colorado, which is where Ty is from. You should go find him on Facebook, on Instagram. It's Mind Blown Telluride, I believe. Mind Blown Magic. Just look that up and you'll find it. Yeah. He's at a new hotel in Telluride, Colorado, and it's I got it. Don't worry.
I know, but there's no edge to it.
No, I know. That's why I said don't worry about it.
I got it.
So he's at a new hotel, which is gorgeous. And if you're in Western Colorado, you should go check out his show because your mind will be blown. Yep. Someone let's like a wrench, put like a link to Ty or something in there. But so this is the first one is Telluride Distilling. So this is Mountain Mash whiskey. It is $40.92 proof, and it says from the distillery, distilled from a high altitude high malt rye mash and aged in new and finished in a mixture of different used charred oak barrels, red wine, port, sherry, just to name a few. Our Telluride whiskey touts depth and complexity through its hints of vanilla, honey, and chocolate, and its light body and warm texture cover your mouth, making you beg for more. Available in 750 milliliter swing tops at 46% or 92 proof in limited quantities when available. So this is Telluride Distilling. This is where
I don't think anybody proofread that.
This is where Ty's show is. Not at the distillery, but in Telluride, Colorado. So cheers to Ty. And while we're sampling,
that was a pretty good.
That was a good. Don't mess it up and do it again. Okay. Go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to us if you're not, and enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, take a sip. Take a sip. Take just a sip.
I'm so glad that I paused for a second
because you almost spit take.
No, I didn't have any. Yes, like it would have happened. It would have projectiled.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
actually.
Well, I'm about to have some. Hey, can we talk about like me being a champion again? I don't think we talked enough about it. This smells like pine.
We did. Let's talk about the whiskey and stay focused. Not everything is about you.
Well, we did. We only spent like 30 seconds on me.
That's not accurate. You literally have tried to take the whole show over as per usual. So
tonight,
hey, and you folks over on Instagram.
Yeah, I just
Greeze is going live. I don't back to like cannibalize our numbers over here on YouTube, but we're also on youtube.com/thepodcast if you want to check that out.
So. And to cheers to D-Rock over at Blue Collar Bourbon. He's got a family member that just passed away and he's out of town with that. So cheers to you, buddy. We're thinking about you and your family. And they're watching on Instagram.
Okay.
Well, one of the 3.
So
they got 3 amigos.
Telluride. What do you think about this?
It smells piney.
It does smell piney.
But you know what?
But it's a malted rye.
When I think about Colorado, I think about pine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I enjoy this. What?
No, you got that voice. Like when you're like, I want you to pay it. Like I want you to hear what I'm saying. Oh. Tone. I enjoy this.
I do enjoy this. I think it's good.
it tastes like Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas, Will and Grease.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good flavor. You know what?
It's not bad.
It's pretty light.
It's very light.
This is not going to
finish as long.
Overbear you out in the heat. It's only 92 proof.
What is this again?
This is from Telluride Distilling. This is called Mountain Mash Whiskey.
Is that a style? Or is that the brand? Or is that what they're calling it?
They're calling
Mountain
it.
Mash.
It's a high altitude, high malt rye. So it's a rye with a higher malt in it, which I do not think what you traditionally get, off of malt, high malt stuff.
No,
it comes through in this.
No, no, it's good. Here's the deal.
That's pretty. For $40 from a craft, that's not bad.
This is 1,000% a bar for me.
Oh yeah.
Some people are going to think that this is really interesting, and it is. It's very interesting. The finish is daggum long. What's the proof?
92.
Low. Yeah,
92
it's
proof.
low. The finish is crazy long. There is a lot of earthy, pine, oak.
You're gonna have to shoot it. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. There's a lot of woodsy flavors, is a good way to say it for a rye. Woodsy flavors, fresh woods, though, like it's very Colorado. That's just the best way to describe that.
Oh man, I want a bottle.
I know. I think
that's why I'm saying bar though. Bar because some people you're either going to pass or you're going to buy.
Yep.
That's where you're going to be.
100% agree on that.
And I'm a buy on it.
All right. Make sure you get the rest of that little bit out because
I will say this. Take a second sip.
Yeah.
Because that first sip, rough. It was too different. I wasn't ready for it. I was thinking malted rye.
Oh.
Do you think that's a malt? Do you think we had a malted rye?
No, it's not a malted rye. It's a high malt rye. So there's a high malt rye.
Got it. Okay. Can you
say the copy Will read hadn't been proofread? I'd hate to be the person who wrote that copy.
What happened?
Did Greeze say the copy Will read hadn't been proofread?
Yes.
I'd hate to have been the person who wrote that copy. Basically saying if you're calling out grammar, that person's in a world of hurt. Okay, so this number 2 is from Storm King Distillery, and this is called Side Gig Whiskey. It's finished in gin casks.
Okay.
So this is...
Can you read that last sentence again? Like what all
that wasn't
it
a
is?
sentence.
No, but what all it was.
So it's called Side Gig Whiskey.
Yes.
It is finished in gin casks. And it is $45, 90 proof from the distillery. This whiskey is our fun little side project. A few times a year, we will release a whiskey that is either an experimental mash bill, aged in non-traditional cask sizes, random blends, or something that is completely off the wall. It's supposed to be fun and give a chance to play around with flavors. We hope you enjoy it. He's so upset at the concept of...
I'm not. So it's just a whiskey finished in gin barrels.
Yeah.
Great. Like, why are we... It's in Colorado. What's it called? Buckwheat Distillery or something?
It's called Storm King Distillery.
Storm King.
Samantha Haynes says, "Would I like it, William?"
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to go home. I think there's a couch that needs to be moved.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've got 2 videos in the can, so
yeah,
I don't even think we got to. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
I'm coming home to the place where I belong.
So funny,
and I don't know the rest of the words of the song.
So Ty says this is the one I'm super curious about. So take a nose. Hey, focus. Different song.
Did you see that rapper with Greeze?
Focus. You're trying to bring it back to yourself again. It makes me upset.
No, but I thought about it.
Cheers. We already did that, but. Very fruity nose. You get the botanicals for sure from the gin on the whiskey.
This smells like the outdoor section of a water park.
Thank you for the super chat, Casey. She calls you William too. Yeah.
I call him Wheeze. Man, This is
definitely get licorice on the nose as well. It's floral, herbal, and I get licorice for sure on the nose. It doesn't have a ton of whiskey nose to it. Like the gin is very prevalent on the nose.
I would have said this is a rye 100% on the nose.
Well, yeah, because sometimes you get those real funky ryes.
Yeah.
Wow. Lavender, crazy on the nose.
Okay. Lavender's the first note that I 100,000% agree with you.
It tastes like lavender whiskey.
Yeah, it like honeysuckle, like the smell of honeysuckle.
It's gonna relax me. I'm gonna take a bath. Maybe go to bed early.
Are you gonna take a bath in it?
I'm gonna drink it while I'm in a lavender bath.
Speaking of daily drinker,
yeah,
can this even be a daily drinker? Just like a limited edition? I'm really interested in your thoughts about this limited edition.
So, have you had?
Have
you ever had like black licorice, like just traditional licorice, not like Twizzlers?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
I got scared and first with the black jelly beans.
Yep. Well, okay, but you understand the concept.
Every single jelly bean in the standard flavor profile was sweet. Or slightly sour. What was licorice? Licorice was literally what reset you, dude. If we were abducted by aliens, I kid you not, if we were abducted by aliens, do you know what they would be the base of them resetting you? You know what I mean? Like if they needed to reset your brain.
I don't know what you mean, but continue.
Think about it. I don't remember anything before. I don't remember a single thing before I ate that licorice jelly bean.
Okay.
When I ate that licorice jelly bean, I swear on my life, there was some sort of eruption in my time flex or whatever it's called.
I've got a quick question for you.
Yes.
After every conversation that you and I have,
do I pray?
No, do you eat licorice jelly beans? Because it seems to be that you have that same mind reset, don't remember anything thing.
Yeah, short-term memory is not great.
Yeah, I think it's got to lay out.
No, but I'm just saying.
Anyhow,
do you remember when you had your first black jelly bean?
I like licorice. I like that flavor.
The first time you ever had it, did you like it?
Yeah, because I'm weird.
Did you like just eat olives too as a child?
Yes.
Just straight from the jar.
Currently and my whole life.
Like with the pimento in there?
Not just that kind. Garlic stuff, pepper stuff.
The black ones.
Yeah. Blue cheese stuff.
What about the ones you get at the Greek restaurant?
Yeah, Kalamata.
Yeah, that was it. I couldn't remember which one those were. Dude, you're an olive man.
I love a good olive.
Golly.
We ordered an appetizer of house marinated olives on our
I know, I saw that and it was garbage.
No, it was great. It was
you were like, you need this. And I was like, what was that? What was that fish?
Oh, it was red grouper.
I love red grouper, but not with the dadgum fin sitting on the plate like a.
You've never eaten whole fish?
No.
So
why would I do that?
Because it's better.
How would you? The skin keeps the juices in,
and the skin tastes like heaven if it's cooked right. Yeah,
you don't do that.
Those fins. If you eat a fin that's crispy fried, so good. I love you. Go. Oh no, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Yeah, you do. All right. So back to this lavender whiskey.
If you don't eat it on a catfish, you don't eat it anywhere else.
How do you feel about this?
I feel like you have an explanation.
No, actually, you derailed me. I was going to say something about the licorice.
Right. And then, you're the one that started talking about freaking eating freaking fish fins.
No, Greeze. You took us there.
You took us there.
Settle.
Have you never had a full-on duck or whatever you called it?
Settle.
Whole duck?
All right. So back to this. Licorice gives a weird tingle on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Because you remember. It's because you remember when you were reset. That's why you have that tingle on your tongue.
No. Go ahead. Does the same thing. Anyhow, it's herbal. It's floral. There's lavender. There's juniper, and there's almost no whiskey characteristic to it. It's almost just like barrel aged gin, which obviously it was aged in a gin barrel.
School lunchroom half pairs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Pull that note right from right
there. I like it. This is not for everyone. This is hard to rate as like a buy.
Yes, this is.
Okay.
Everyone, if you don't try this, you're an idiot.
Okay.
What is it again? Slam Dunk?
Storm King Distillery. Andrew West, the birthday boy himself, who is the big 4-0, said at Whiskey Weekend Batch 4. That's how I'll refer to him all weekend. So he's either saying William or the Wheeze, one of the two.
So, right. Hello, William. I'm gonna call you Spurgeon.
I think it's super fun. I would buy a bottle of it because of how unique it is.
How much is it?
$45.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth buying.
45. Yes, everybody needs to try this. This is a buy. This is a straight buy.
You know who would freaking lose her mind over this? Natalie. You know what I would want? Oh, you know what I want to make with this? A whiskey tonic. Like a gin and tonic.
I don't think you need to mix
lime. No, Grease. A whiskey tonic with like Fever Tree tonic water.
Is this 90 proof?
Yeah.
90 proof.
Yeah, get some Fever Tree. Do a whiskey tonic with that and a squeeze of lime, and you are going to be crushing summer.
This tastes like summer. I don't think you need to add any of that. I mean, I like a good, refreshing cocktail. But I mean, this in ice, it feels like there's honey. There feels like there's brightness.
Yeah.
Floral.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
It's good.
It kind of tastes like a cocktail, but it's warm right now.
All right, so this is number 3 is Peach Street Distillers. Now, Ty, I need you to let me know, is this the pick you did for the Taste of Spring event, or is this just a separate? Because I know you all did a Peach Street pick, which is also a local distillery. So this is Peach Street Distillers, Colorado Straight Bourbon. Excuse me.
Dude, can I say something about Ty real quick?
Can I finish reading it?
Yeah.
This is Peach Street Distillers, Colorado Straight Bourbon, 10-year single barrel, $110, 92 proof. So this says Peach Street's Colorado Straight Bourbon is made from sweet Western Colorado corn, grown 2 miles down the road. Pure Rocky Mountain water, rye, and barley from Proximity Malt in the San Luis Valley. Our 10-year expression was aged in American oak for 10 years and bottled from a single barrel. The result is a bouquet of flavors, including cherry, cinnamon, hay, pipe tobacco, caramel, and a heavy dose of leather and vanilla on the nose, according to head distiller Davey Lindig. Peach Street. It's hard to say Peach Street if you're from Georgia.
Yeah, because
your mind automatically just says Peach Tree.
Yeah.
Peach Street Distillers is proudly local, which is why all phases of production, brewing, fermenting, distilling, and aging were done in Palisade, Colorado. Not our pick, Ty says. This is their special 10-year release. So here we go. Say something about Ty while I know.
I do. Dude, I can't think, like Ty was one of those people that were crazy affected during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And that joker scraped and he hustled and he crushed it. I mean, he ended up getting a deal with Amazon.
Ty is arguably one of the most creative people I know.
Right.
Because first of all, he has a craft that in order to be different, you have to be unbelievably creative, like creative in ways that our minds don't work. Right. So his entire game is messing with our heads. And on top of that, when everyone's head is already messed with during this last year, he found ways to creatively mess with it more.
Right.
And that's awesome. And he did a great job, and he's a great friend. And I love watching his craft and business grow. And I'm just honored that we can be friends with him and get to watch the creativity continue to grow, because it's killer.
Yeah.
And he's awesome.
I don't know if it's still on Amazon. I don't know if he's still doing that.
But Amazon, what was it called? Amazon
Show or something?
No.
Well, you can go on Amazon. You can type in Ty Gallon Beck, Beck. Gallon is the way you would say it or spell it.
Gallen.
Ian.
Yes.
And then Beck.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not how you would spell it. I thought it was GALONBCK.
No, we just did that on our drunken, let's call it Thai Magic Gallon batch.
Okay.
Shoot. We were really drunk when we named it.
Got that. Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. So back to this.
Batch
this is
awesome.
Peach Street Distillers.
But no, Ty, it's an honor to know you. And dude, we're proud of you. And
Ty decided for those Amazon Explorer is what it's called. It is called. It exists there.
Amazon Explorer.
So Ty is the type of person that says, oh man, I really wish I could make Whiskey Weekend Batch 1, but I've got a lot going on and literally could not make it. So,
and it was believable because it was right in the middle of his like game on season.
Right.
It was in March.
And so he appears as a magician does.
Right.
At Whiskey Weekend Batch 1 to surprise us for an impromptu show on opening night and flew out. They left the Beaumont Inn at like 4 a.m. to go catch their flight. Like it was insane.
Like they didn't sleep.
It was insane. And just like someone that would pour into our community that much.
Right.
It's mind blowing. I'm done with the puns.
Oh my gosh. You don't even know how to pun, dude.
I can't. No.
Okay. Well, speaking of Ty, speaking of magic trick, no, we have something to do. So I called Ty earlier today and I told him that we were doing a show surrounding his samples. And he has a little trick for you.
Okay. You're doing this weird thing again. Can we drink Peach Street yet? I don't get it.
He made that disappear.
Okay.
That was a full bottle yesterday, dude. I swear.
Man, Ty hates us right now.
He hates us.
He's literally never going to do another thing.
Man, he crushes Girl Scout parties.
Literally, the numbers are plummeting right now. All right, let's drink this so we can get to the 15.
This is fine.
The nose smells fantastic.
This tastes like Buffalo Trace.
It is not.
I know.
It's incredible.
It's good. Yeah.
I love this. I think this is fantastic. What? Why are you doing weird things?
Your eyes and your cheeks were just had this twinkle to them and kind of softness to them.
Real good.
And you were like, I really like this.
So,
and you were happy for a second.
Two weird things.
It was like Teddy Ruxpin just came on the TV.
When I got to your house, two weird things happened.
What?
I walked in and you said, you look sweet.
Right.
And your wife was like halfway up the stairs and had to come back downstairs to see why you were saying that.
Right.
So I was there and she's like, oh, and I'm like, he's weird. I don't know why. And then you like ran to go grab something and she's like, that orange shirt you're wearing, like, I don't know if this is a compliment or not, but it reminds me of you doing Winnie the Pooh. And so I just said,
yeah,
oh, bother. And just went downstairs.
She comes upstairs. There's a second level of the story. This is great. She comes upstairs and he goes, Matt, I need you to make sure that Will took that as a compliment because I basically just said he was Winnie the Pooh. And I was like, okay. I'm going to go talk to him. Number one, in my head, I think he knows that it's a compliment. You know what I mean? Because if you're imitating someone and they call you that name, that's like the ultimate compliment.
Right.
But, yeah, she was like, I wanted him to know that I've watched his video.
It did not offend me.
And she said, it's one of the funniest videos.
Well, I know because y'all watched it when I sent it. I said, is this funny or stupid?
Right. So let me go ahead and ask our people that are watching right now, go and find the Pooh video.
Yeah.
And share it with women. Women, they love the Pooh. They love the Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
They love the Pooh Bear video.
Mother, do you think I should do another?
B-Tech.
B-Tech. Whiskey the Pooh, drunky fuzzy buzzy low stuff with whiskey. Whiskey. All right.
What is that? Is that like a hawk? Like if there was a hawk in Winnie the Pooh?
Said, hey, Ty, just to follow up on your Facebook message, they're doing the Colorado samples on the show tonight.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. Kevin's funny.
Whiskey Knows, $5 super chat. Thank you, buddy. And that's just so you know, that is
that's definitely
just for everyone that's watching on YouTube.
Ear.
There's no way that's an ear.
That could be
unless you're a boxer.
No, look. Rotate the ear down.
No.
Rotate
okay.
If you cover the top, could that be an ear?
Greeze, where do we stand on that Fat Boy scholarship to Whiskey Weekend?
What?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him, I said, there's already 100 scholarships. Have you ever seen us at Whiskey Weekend? we are all 400 pounds and bloated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's, people that are young. Us older people, it's bad.
I love that Peach Street Distillers. The price is what gets me, but they're a craft distillery that aged something for 10 years. So it has to be $110. Like that's the
Is
thing.
It sourced?
I love you.
Did you already go?
Sometimes I hate you.
Well, but I thought I was actually thinking about what I was going to say. And
when I read the entire description,
right, there's typos.
Not in this one.
Okay.
It's all their. This one is all their stuff. That's why it was a limited release.
Wow. So they sat on it for 10 years.
Yeah. Which, if you think about now, I don't know when this came out. It was 2010.
Right.
That's not that crazy now. We tend to think now that
that's distiller. That's a long time.
It is a long time, but if you're a craft distillery and you wanted, like we always say, like, man, when they age up the stocks, like these craft distilleries, this bourbon boom has been going on a long time now. So some people should be putting out their own 10-year juice. They should be holding back some stocks to do a limited release and get some cash out of it and make a bang. You know what I mean?
Like, right. Put them on the map.
Awesome. This is awesome that they're not.
Here's the deal, dude.
It's awesome that they legit did this because a lot of people don't hold back some stock to make a special release. Like that is such a common thing.
I think every distillery does.
Thing we say though of, man, when they age it up, when they have some stocks that are older, but you don't see it that often. Well, we've been doing this for 5 years and things were already rolling.
I don't think you see it not that often because they don't do it. I think that they do smaller quantities of it. Here's the deal.
No, but I feel like it would make a splash. I follow this enough that I would hear about it more.
Well, I understand that. I don't know. I just see value in a brand coming out with something stellar to get on the map.
Yeah.
You can release earlier, younger stuff, but MGP 12-year, you know what I mean? Like bourbon or whatever from Belle Meade. Like Belle Meade, in my mind, put MGP on the map as far as I'm concerned. And now I know I'm from Nashville. You know what I mean? So I haven't been in the MGP game, but I found out about MGP through Belle Meade for the single barrel proofs.
Right, but I feel like that's the opposite of what I'm saying. I understand.
No, I'm just saying you have. Yeah, I know that it's not their own distillate. I'm just saying it doesn't matter if it's their own or not. They put that out and they got noticed. You know what I mean?
Right,
for that older stock.
But everyone was getting noticed for the older stock that other people were buying, like Blom Brothers, like every Old Scout, Smooth Ambler. All those brands were doing that. Yeah. So it was like, oh, cool. They bought a bunch of good barrels. What I'm saying is the fact that this craft distillery.
Oh, I love the way they did it.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's the opposite and you don't see it enough. What you see is more typical. What you're saying is the typical model.
Got it.
This is the opposite. And yes, I would pay $110 for that bottle to support what they did. Do I think that specifically at the 90 proof that it is should be in this market,
this is 90.
The
third one. I thought the second one was 90.
They were all in the 90s.
Okay.
92. Sorry, 92 proof. So we had 2 that were 92 proof and 1 that was 90. But for 92
people pay $110 for Blanton's. It's 92 proof.
Okay.
And so 6 years old.
I don't think that they should. But yes, if that's what we're going with.
Alexa, whiskey room on. I don't know what happened.
If I were to go with that whole mindset, where I would normally say don't buy Blanton's for that, I would say give this distillery that money for a 10-year product. I think it's a solid.
I want one. Yeah,
I do too. That's really, really cool.
I mean, you've stopped my spending based on the last video.
I don't know what you mean. Oh yeah, no, our corporate spending. You can buy your own dadgum whiskey with your own dollars.
Doll hairs.
All right. I think it's time to hit the 15.
Is it?
And you said you had something for the 15?
Well, I said I would figure it out. So we're going to have to hit the music to figure that out.
Oh, okay.
We can't tease it. You're just going to have to listen over the music here in just a second. We'll let you know what it is, okay?
I don't know what that was.
I don't know. It sounded great though.
I know. I'm going to play it.
Yeah, play it.
And we're back from the 15.
Some say we never left.
All right, what do we got here tonight?
Yeah, speaking of Belle Meade, we've got the Belle Meade brandy cask. They're finished in Spanish brandy casks.
Okay.
Like I don't know the difference.
This was
Do you know the difference?
Distillery release, right? Well, there's French
this
brandy.
Is a gift well, brandy. I don't. This is a gift shop only release. So yes, it's at their distillery here in Nashville, Tennessee, right by Marathon Music Works.
I love that. I said this was a distillery only. You said, I don't know about that, but it was in their gift shop only.
Yeah,
which is at their distillery.
Yeah, it's pretty much their distillery. Cool. DSP 5, man. TN.
All right. So
you know what? You know what's funny about that?
What?
It says DSP 5, man. TN. Wait, hang on. The DSPs, they don't reset.
So
based on state.
Did you take their tour?
No, I saw one. Going down.
They had to fight for that. So
yeah,
it was
because they were an old distillery.
So they had to trace the lineage and show and give documentation that they were reviving like the family name. Like it was this whole thing to get their great grandfather's distillery.
Yes, 2 brothers. Yep.
And
we might be going to hang with them soon.
Yeah, but so essentially it was a whole thing to be able to get Tennessee to give them the DSP 5.
Love it.
Yeah, no, it's a cool story.
Yeah, it's a great story. So it was somebody already DSP 5 that they had to boot because they weren't technically.
No, it was a defunct distillery. Like even in Kentucky, there's plenty of distilleries that are defunct or went out of business that just the number isn't used anymore. They don't reassign it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Well, dadgummit.
I love
Bernheim being one as the biggest flex ever.
How long we've done this show, and you just learn that.
Well, I was just wondering, like, why is it DSP 5908B? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, why do we got to go there?
Yeah.
I want to go back to the freaking 5s, the 6 and the 7s. I only know like 8 brands anyway.
You gonna pour it up for us?
Pour it up, baby. This, speaking of funky.
Okay, so this is like you said, this is
show them that motor. Show them the motor oil.
Darker than sin.
If you're not on the pod, if you're not watching us on YouTube and you're listening to the podcast, I've already said this once. Come on over here. You can see how dark this juice is.
So this is 118.8 proof, finished in Spanish brandy casks, and it is
straight bourbon whiskey.
Bottle number 97. How much you pay for this bad boy?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, that's part of the game. How much did we pay for this, or did you pay for this?
I actually paid for this.
Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing.
You paid for the honey.
We paid for the honey, not just me.
Nope.
Well, then send it home with me. Screw the wheel. That's going on the wheel at Whiskey Weekend.
You paid the whole thing. Yeah, this is going to Whiskey Weekend.
I paid the whole thing of that? You being serious?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't pay for it.
Well, then bring it home.
I used the card.
This is no longer going on the wheel.
That's not true, William.
Yeah,
that's not true, William.
Oh, that is.
Samantha, I'm trying to wrap it up. Getting texts. She's pissed.
No, she doesn't.
She's so upset. This is the dark. This looks turnt, dude. Can you explain like the brandy do you know the brandy process, like the differences? I know it's distilled wine.
Sure. Yeah. So
brandy
is a grape liquor that's distilled wine. It's kind of how whiskey is a distilled beer. They take the grains, they make a beer with the mash,
right?
And they distill it. That's brandy is that. So cognac is a form of brandy,
right? It's
from the cognac region. Armagnac is a brandy, but it's from the Armagnac region. It's different styles, different grapes. And then this is Spanish brandy. So it'd be Spanish grapes, Spanish region. But there's nuances in what they do with it. But so that's where the flavor profile is coming from. It's going to be different than doing a cognac or an Armagnac. But
I need you to smell that.
It's, oh God. What am I smelling?
I don't.
Sulfur. I smell sulfur on the nose.
Now hit it for the second time.
Okay.
It's going to be different.
Hold on. I'm getting a very distinct note. Hold on.
It is so weird.
No, hold on. I got to name this.
I want to know what kind of brandy they got. Did they get this brandy from a pirate ship?
I'm going to stop listening to you for a minute because I need to...
This is the most unique thing that you've had the entire year.
I'm trying to pinpoint this note. So Cameron Lochner says brandy is any fruit-based mash that is distilled. Sure. There's apple brandy.
Yeah, you said grape, but yes, there's
right.
There's obviously other flavors.
This Spanish
Taste
brandy
the rainbow
is going to be grape based. The most common brandy,
right,
is
it's like Manischewitz.
Grape based. But
do you remember when we had?
Hold on, I seriously, it's on the tip. It's popcorn.
It's not popcorn.
It's popcorn. It is popcorn.
It is
Orville Redenbacher lightly buttered popcorn.
That is a very strange note that you're pulling out of
it. It is
sir.
Popcorn. It's not like the Jelly Belly popcorn.
I am getting
popcorn that is from a bag, maybe not even butter at all. Maybe just plain, like Skinny Girl, plain popcorn. You know what I'm talking about? Like
I don't
100
like
calorie.
No, I think if you're going to say anything, I would say that it's like the kernels that didn't pop in the bag popcorn smell.
It smells like popcorn.
You're not right.
And sulfur. It smells like popcorn and sulfur. I'm not opposed to it. I love a good popcorn, but oh, so Casey said there's definitely a buttered wheat toast note from that bottle, also known as a popcorn note.
This has like a spoiled apple.
Well, that's not good.
I'm aware.
I actually don't mind
when you have to literally smell this like a second time very quickly.
I just want to sit on the nose because it's so daggum unique.
It's so unique. But here's the deal, dude. You smelled it the first time and you probably were put off, right? Like you just were like,
well, first of all, I said it was sulfur and then I said it was popcorn. So I mean,
right. So I
still get the sulfur.
But like I knew to tell you, no, smell it again now, right now. Because it's so bizarre, dude. It's so bizarre how it just totally hits you. It kicks you in the mind.
Cody Breeding says, I'm opposed to anything that the nose could be described as sulfur or spoiled. Both of which have been said about this. Mm-hmm. I could sit here and smell this all night just because it's so unique.
I know. I know your note now. This is 100% popcorn. And the mid palate right now is about to taste like lightly burnt popcorn. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's popcorn.
Lightly burnt popcorn with some caramel. not caramel, cranberries.
Hold on.
Like a trail mix. Like you're getting dried cranberries and slightly burnt popcorn. And here's the deal, dude.
It's like
that doesn't sound good.
You left it in 20 seconds too long in the microwave.
Yeah, exactly right. That doesn't sound good. But don't you agree that this is like as interesting as it gets if you're into funky stuff?
I don't hate this. It is not. I was expecting a sweetness.
Look, if you're in the realm of like, man, I only drink Eagle Rare, Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, and like, Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. You know what I mean? Like you've got your things. This is 1,000% not for you. Like 10,000. Like do not buy it. Don't buy it if that's you. If you are the person that gets bored at every now and then, and you're like, I need to shake something up. I need another pour. I need a completely new profile. Let me go and hit this distillery. Wait, is that distillery just sourcing stuff, or is it actually their own distillate? Like if you're hunting out unique things and distilleries that have their own distillate and they're finishing things differently, kind of like a Nulu or a Starlight distillery, they're doing a lot of finishing stuff that's unique. Like this is probably something that you would love to have or at least try.
Liberty Not Licensed says pre-burnt toast-ish. Yeah. It's toast. It's toasted. Right. It has a very
it's not it's kind of bready. I can get a little bread on that. I literally think, how like when you finish popcorn and there's the buttered kernels in the bottom of the bowl?
Yes.
And you smell that? That's undercooked popcorn. So that's kind of opposite of what we're saying. However, you know what I mean? It's just not popcorn. It's either slightly burnt or slightly not burnt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Not popped. Unpopped or lightly burnt. It's one of the two, and I can't figure it out. But it's just not regular popcorn.
What'd you pay for this?
It was close to $100.
Okay. I was expecting you to say 200.
I think I was in the neighborhood of, I think it was right at $100. It might have been plus tax. Might be around 110, but
I was expecting you to say 200.
No.
Of which,
wow. Okay.
I mean, 100.
You're definitely a bar at 200. You're not a pass at 200.
No, I probably am.
You're a pass at 200?
It's so expensive. It's so expensive for something so bizarre.
But if it was $25 an ounce in a bar, how do you not recommend someone try that at a bar?
At a bar at $200, that's going to be $50.
It's not going to be $50.
Yes, it is.
Well,
you know how bar pricing
at Big Daddy's in Cornelia wouldn't be.
A $200 bottle?
It'd be $20.
No.
Yeah. At Big Daddy's it would be.
No, it would not.
Yeah.
They expect to get 10
sold. They expect to get 100% profit. That's it.
That makes 0 sense, Big Daddy's, how you're still in business.
They're crushing it.
I doubt it.
No, they're crushing it.
They legit are they are going through 10.
I literally side hugged the crap out of the owner, dude.
What did you buy that was $10? No, I saw the price on what you paid for Weller 12, and that was standard bar pricing. At retail.
It was definitely lower.
At retail, what'd you buy? $12.
It was a double for 12.
What was their double? An ounce or 2 ounces?
I have a picture of the pour. It was a very hefty pour for $12 of Weller 12. They basically pulled in $120 on that bottle. Close to it. And they paid for that bottle $50. $49.99 for Weller 12.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Nathan, I love you. Raider that.
I don't know about this.
He was the guy I hung out with at my 20-year union.
What are you buy bar pass on this?
At $100, I'm
$100. I'm leaning by.
I'm gonna buy it $100.
I'm gonna buy it.
This is crazy. Well, but you and I try to find unique stuff. That's what I'm saying. There's an asterisk.
Popcorn.
Yeah, it's heavy on the popcorn for us, on both the nose and the palate. However, there's a lot more notes in there that we're not pulling. We just can't get past the popcorn. I would
sunflower oil, sesame. There's sesame oil in there.
Oh,
100%. There's sesame oil.
You're so ridiculous.
Why? What are you talking about?
Okay. I feel like I should try what y'all just had. That's what Lauren just said.
Tell her to come down here.
It was the cafeteria half pairs that got me thinking.
Can she come downstairs?
Can you come down?
I may have to leave real soon.
Oh. You were the man.
Be right there.
Dude, you are the man. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. We laid the carpet down for this joke.
Oh, yeah.
The joke that has turned into appropriate. That's me saying appropriate, but in a different way.
Oh,
like a punny way.
Right. Good on you, Samantha. Good funny joke there.
Good on you, Samantha. What? Come here, something boy. What was it at Blue Collar Bourbon?
Beer Boy.
Oh, come here, beer boy.
Yeah,
that was it. Golly, I love that show. That was so good. We need to do something with him again. I really like it. John P. and I, we're just going to talk about stuff. I think we're going to hit record and just talk about stuff.
No, it's not going to happen. Is Lauren coming down and try this real quick?
I don't know. I need to check that.
Cameron, the popcorn and sulfur are likely coming from the yeast floor that is created when maturing.
Who said that?
100%, man. Except for here's the thing, bud. It's MGP that they're finishing. So it's probably the yeast floor. Greeze is stuck on yeast floor because he's thinking I'm saying FLOOR, and he's like, I've been there. You know what I mean? Is Lauren coming down? Is she going to come try this?
I haven't got a text back yet. She's not text. She's watching though. She's definitely watching.
Uh-huh.
She knows better not to watch.
Just tell her to run it. She doesn't have to be on camera. I really want to know her thoughts on the cafeteria pairs and the yeast floor.
Hey,
yeah, but that's the thing is that it's not yeast created when maturing, right? 100%. So that would be maturing in the finishing bottle, though. So it's probably whatever bacterium was in the barrel that they finished it in, the Spanish brandy.
Yeah, on the yeast floor.
I've been there,
right? Hey, Lauren, if you're watching, what cartoon character could I pretend to be tonight?
You're like Kenny from South Park.
What did he talk like?
He just died a lot.
Right, he died every episode.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one episode he didn't die?
I think so.
That was great.
Yosemite Sam, Adam Shelton says. Is she coming downstairs?
I don't know. Well, I mean, eventually.
I mean, because I got.
She might be waiting for you to leave.
I got some poo talk to do.
The poo. Nope.
Watch it, Buster.
Oh, the poo nanny. If I had the mute button, I would mute it. I would.
You're a bad man. You're not a good person at all. I'm literally waiting for a response if she's coming down or not. If not, I'm going to end it.
Oh, we need to end it.
Really?
She hasn't responded, and I don't know what else to do. I've literally communicated with her. I could try ESP, but it's not really good through walls. I've tried.
You should just call her.
Oh, man. Dude, how good is it to drink together?
I love it.
Like weekly. Like, how many people can say that they've been drinking with someone weekly for almost 6 years?
It's tough to say, and we've done it.
No. Maybe in a cocktail.
No.
She wants this brandy in a cocktail.
No. You do not want it in a cocktail. Tell her to come down. Just take a little
nip.
McSmudgeon. Yeah, just to teach.
Well, I don't know if she's like dressed for it.
No, I said don't get on camera, but we've got arms.
Oh, okay. And she could just talk off camera.
Yeah.
Well, Lauren, if you're watching right now, just I don't know what's faster, me texting or
call her. It's like callable.
Oh wait, she's texting me back. She must be watching live right now. So she's texting me like she's live texting.
30-second delay.
Okay. Will said I don't have to be on camera.
Right.
Oh, she's coming.
All right.
Cool. She's coming down.
Tell her to bring a glass.
Come on. She said, okay, then yes, I will.
This will be the way to end it.
You just got to end it. You got to end it.
Smells like I need a sample.
Oh, by the way, patreon.com/thepodcast.
Support the show.
We've got something really cool coming that we've never done. That we've never, ever, 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 ever done.
That we've never, ever, ever haven't done forever.
Will, how excited are you for Whiskey Weekend Batch 4?
I don't get excited this early.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta cool my jets.
Pizza?
You don't.
You need to let Jets Pizza cool
You
down.
don't stop being excited.
Baby.
I have to wait.
Hey, sweet baby. Okay, I'm just gonna let you sip out of mine, so I ain't gotta. And you're not on camera. You can talk into the microphone, but I need you to talk to me right now. Come here and say hey. Come here and say hey to me. Now, babe, talk to me. You're not gonna be on. No, you're not. I swear on my. Swear on my life.
Hello.
Would it be better if I walked her through this?
No, I'm gonna. No, absolutely not. Hey, babe. What cartoon character do you want me to imitate tonight? You need to get in the mic. You need to get close to the microphone. Well, no, people need to hear it because it doesn't make sense if they don't hear you.
Okay.
You're not on camera.
I know.
Your voice is so hot. Yeah, she's like, no, see, I thought that would help.
Exactly why.
That didn't help.
All right. Well, I just wanted to go through this.
All right, smell it and tell us what you smell.
Sulfur first.
Sorry, we got the wrong one. She's talking about the half pear. That was one of the Colorado whiskeys. Give me that back.
The Belle Meade.
This is the Belle Meade. We've ruined it. I don't know which one we said was the pear. Was it two? It was number 2.
Or it was not the last one.
It was not the last one. Yes, it was the gin. Okay.
Wash it out. Mm-hmm. That's even better.
Yeah, this. I mean,
she's like this.
She's like this. Sulfur. She would literally kill. Like she would kill me. Yeah. Where is it? Right here. So, I don't know why. Every time I hear you say number 2, I think you're pooping. Yeah, you're pooping. You think that I'm pooing, dude? Will and I have worked together for like over 10 years, like 13 years. And I can honestly say that I have pooped in your presence more than any other human on this planet.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Right. Because we usually talk to each other.
He's in the stall. Greeze will be in the stall and be like, hey, man, what you got going on this afternoon? I'm just at the urinal. Not much, bud.
I always say, like, I need a quick 30 this afternoon. Yeah. And that's a weird thing to say when you're taking a poop. Hey, man, I'm going to need you for a quick 30.
All right, let's let her get into this so I can get home and talk to you.
All right, baby. What are you getting on the nose? God, we're nailing it. What do you get on the nose? What's it smell like? Do you smell the pear? The cafeteria pear?
That was on the palate.
What's your initial things? Do you smell anything recognizable, or is it just too much alcohol? That's a 90 proofer.
Probably the latter.
What is? Yeah. Yeah, Samantha wants Will to hurry up so he can talk poo to her. She wants to wrap it up. Hey, can you?
I don't have any notes on this.
Can you just put your tongue in it and get? Okay, Mr. Innuendos or whatever that was. Y'all aren't even innuendoing. I'm the one talking. Literally, put your tongue into that and swirl it around and see what notes you get. No, that's what I'm saying. There is nothing.
You ruined this. You fully ruined it.
There is legit nothing wrong with what I said.
She does not trust you anymore.
Literally, look.
You could have said, "Could you take a sip,
babe?" You would have loved that.
Try this.
You would love that.
She didn't have to talk, but maybe she should still try it.
It's a good little punch to the tongue.
I hate you. I hate you for all these reasons.
You don't.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching this week on the podcast. If you're watching, go ahead and subscribe, give a thumbs up. And if you're listening, rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast.
And you know what? If you have time to rate and review us, you have time to subscribe to us on freaking YouTube.
Also, support us. Patreon.com/the podcast. You said we got something coming up, Cole?
Yeah, we do have something coming up. I don't want to spoil it.
You want to tease it?
I don't want to tease. Well, it has something to do with bar night.
Okay.
Real bar night.
Yeah. A once and only time.
Right. Can I don't normally do this, but I just want to shout out our patrons.
Do it. Some newer folks.
Jason Legao.
Yeah.
Jordan Ferguson. Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans, which I've got a few questions.
Yeah.
For that.
Sounds like you just subscribed.
Dennis Weedman. I feel like
Greeze needs to get you better.
He might be one of these profiles that just pop in, throw $5 at him.
Yeah.
And then reel him in, be like, you need some weed, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like one of those. Yeah. I'm just gonna shoot them a message.
Yeah.
Ken Martin.
Yeah.
Zach D's Rex. I don't know. I think it's Zach Jones.
It's just
Zach Jones.
Yeah.
Brian Pulver. Man, I would like that last name.
Because then we'd call you the pulverizer. He's never heard that before.
Babe, where'd Lauren go?
She's real upset.
Really?
You ruined that.
I ruined what?
We are so close, folks, to having drinking with our wives, and I'm pretty sure you just set that back a couple months.
No, and there's no way.
She was not happy.
She just needs Samantha on here. She will literally have a lot of courage in that moment.
She was not happy.
Trenton Morris, thank you, sir, and then Donnie Engel. So thank you guys to all of our newer patrons, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you something. Don't sign up so that I read your name on the live, because I'm probably not going to do that every time. Or maybe I will. Should I start that at the end?
This Thursday, if you've ever been interested in a town hall, Thursday, July 29th.
Right.
July 29th. We're doing a town hall. You should go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Sign up now because you'll be able to get in on that. It'll be super fun.
I might have some special guests this week. I'm working on it.
Well, I need to sign off on that before you pull that kind of shenanigan.
Okay. Well, we might not have special guests.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Support us, patreon.com/the podcast. Rate and review us on iTunes. Subscribe to us on youtube.com/the podcast. Go buy some merch. Go buy one of these Kinsey glasses at thepodcast.com/store.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know Jack,
but we will drink it.
All right.
That was light and fun.
It was fun.
I do like it.
Yeah. We did a lot of things.
Where was the turning point for you?
What do you mean?
Like at the point where you were just like, should probably open this water that I've had at my knees for the whole time.
Well, I drank that whole Topo Chico.
Is that alcoholic?
No.
That's water.
Yeah. So I've drank water for a long time.
What kind of you buy water in a glass bottle?
I almost said something really pretentious and stupid.
Yeah, the other day I was on Cameron's show and I said I just had George T. Stagg with shrimp and grits.
You know how much I love,
but that's South fancy,
water in glass bottles as opposed to plastic.
Oh no, I understand exactly what you're saying. Like I actually agree with you. It's really incredible. I can't afford it, but it's incredible. But you like Mama Choo Choo over there or whatever it's called. What's it called?
Topo Chico.
Topo Chico.
Hey, you got a text. You may need to see that because you may be in some trouble, son.
Yeah.
All right, folks. We had a good time. We're going to start doing some bonus overtime for our patrons after this week. But I got to get home because I got to go tuck.
Before I go, Whiskey Nose messaged me. He said, I just bought a podcast shirt. Now I need an Uber to the bedroom. LOL.
These are people. I love that, man.
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was on that show and I was like, this is really fun.
Make sure to subscribe to his channel so that you'll get a notice.
Yeah.
I go live on August 1st with him.
I also posted the episode link, direct link on the Podcasters group, which you can get there by going to what.com? Is it the Podcasters or podcasters.com? I think it's just Podcasters.
Podcasters.com.
Yeah, podcasters.com. It'll take you right to the
pour a good pour of this for our friend up on his 40th birthday.
Oh,
Andrew West.
Okay.
I can't. I have to go home.
I know you got to drive. I'll take one for us. I'm going to go ahead and tell you something, dude. You shoot this much, and I'm saying small amount.
Oh yeah.
It chokes. It literally, it feels like it brings your throat to a pencil, like a number 2 pencil.
People loved in that video when I said it burns everything.
It burns everything. It does burn everything.
All
right, here we go.
All right.
Cheers to you, Andrew West.
Andrew West, we love you, buddy.
Happy birthday. I'm going to do this. There it is. Hang on just a second.
That'll do, pig.
Actually, it was. Oh, here it comes. Flood to the front. Cinnamon. Firecrackers.